I realized that I show emotion with my nose. So like, if I'm angry, you'll see my nose flare. If I'm upset, you'll see my nose flare. If I go, no, I'm not angry, you could tell, oh, she's bullshitting. You could just tell. Today we're going to be building the RM.8. So this is the upcoming in-stock keyboard by Sam Studio, or not from Sam. As you guys know, I've built a couple keyboards by them. I've built a cute little 40s. I've built the Trigon. Trigon was the one where it's a 60% with like the built-in wrist rest and like the triangles. This one, the RM.8, is their in-stock kit, so it's not a group buy. But here's the board. Ooh, so I have the purple unit. Ooh. So it does have really thick bezels, as you can see. This part is, you can flip it. It does use a split PCB design. The top, you can flip it, and then it supports gasket and top mount. In terms of pricing, it's gonna be $229. Group buy sale, they said to be determined, but would highly recommend joining their Discord or their Instagram. I love Sam Studio. Thank you, Sam and Luke Non, for always reaching out to me and letting me build your boards. They have really, really unique boards. Their ideas are always interesting. Their layouts are always really unique, but it's also good quality and affordable. So I'm a huge fan, but yes. This is the board we're going to be building. So just looking at the top, so you notice it's a southpaw, but you can also flip it in case southpaw isn't your thing. It does have really thick bezels, which I like. Kind of reminds me of like of jockey boards. It says typing angle is 8 degrees. The PCB we're going to be using is hot swap. We're going to be using alu plate. You can do both gasket and top mount with this. Here's the side. There is an intentional gap right here. Here's the back, and like, hello. So this is in bright light, and then this is more in like the shadow. There are 8 case screws from top, from the bottom. I have the 4 adhesive feet. So from what it looks like, it's a top piece and a bottom piece. There is no mid piece, and there is no weight piece. Centered USB port, and then you got the front lip. It's a pretty chunky, it's a pretty hefty board. It's interesting because it uses split PCB, split plate design. That way you can flip it, right? So the reason southpaw is really nice because like your numpad's right here, right? When you do this, you gotta reach all the way over here, right? But only if you're used to using it on this side. And so when you have it flipped like southpaw, then you can just have it like this. So here is the plate that was inside. These are the gasket points. So it does use these like silicone little gasket socks. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can see the top mount points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. No flex cuts on this other than like these little ones right here. Split plate, split PCB design. And then here is the numpad. So you got the 2, and then the 2 and 2. But here you have for the daughter board to screw in. So for the case, it's just 2 pieces. So if you look at this outline right here, and then you look on this top piece where it goes around like that, that's actually acts as like an anchor point, so it actually secures it. So here's the PCB. So it does have the 2 flex cuts right here and right here. This one you can break off, which we will do. Oh God, I hate breaking this off. And then it looks like it does use ribbon cables to connect the 2 pieces. The GST daughter board, it does just use like the regular wired cable, but then to connect the 2, it does use ribbon cable. So you can see on the numpad, it has it on both sides depending on which side you're gonna put it on. There is LED indicators. This is a hot swap PCB. It feels pretty thin. So, oh God, I hate this part. Oh, not bad. Even though it's hot swap, you do have a couple different layout options. You can choose a spacebar, step regular caps. You can split the left shift. You can split the right shift. You can do split backspace, ISO on C. You have a bunch of different layout options. Sometimes there's like a weird time. I think it's like around 7 where I'll wake up and I'll look at the clock and it'll say 7. But depending on like what season it is, it will be like, I don't know if this is like 7 in the morning or 7 at night. Like, I remember one time, like, I don't know, I like woke up, saw it was 7, and I got ready for school, and I was like about to go out the door and tell my parents, so they were like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to school. And they're like, it's 7. I'm like, I know, I'm gonna be late. And they're like, at night. It's like, oh. That has like happened to me like a few times. MX Purples. Congratulations, Clarsis. You really created a very scratchy Switch. I hope that's what you wanted. Oh boy. It's not for me. I can respect it, but you know, like for my friends, I'll always like buy their products, even if it's like not for me, just because I want to support them. It's kind of like, I imagine like that's what you have to do when you have like a kid, where they like draw a picture of you and it's like the ugliest photo you've ever seen, but because it's your kid and like how happy they are, and you just say like, oh thank you, I love it. I love it, it's amazing, even though at the back of your head you're just like, what the fuck is this? You know, when Ginkgo killed a possum and she was like so happy and she brought it to me, and I'm there like crying because like I watched her killed it and it was like really hard to watch, and like gave it to me and I was just like crying. I'm like, good puppy, good puppy, you know. But anyways, okay, so let's talk about the board. RM.8, I think there was a smaller version of it because there was an RM6 and an RM.pad, and then they just kind of combined it. This top part is interchangeable, so if you watch my 2 sound clips, you'll notice that I had the numpad on this side and then I just flipped it. Now the numpad is on this side. So it does have thick bezels. I like thick bezel boards, honestly. I got an alu plate and I think that's what it's coming with. I don't know if they're doing additional plates though. If you are interested in this board, it's going to be an in-stock drop. I would actually recommend joining their Discord for updates. Sam has really cool designs. I've always been a fan of like their unique keyboards. I would definitely recommend checking out some of their stuff. Thank you, Sam and Luke Non, for sending this out to me. That's the board.